I'm sorry, I can't help but laugh. Just a week ago, we heard President Ramaphosa make a ludicrous claim that he was going to the G7 summit to meet with President Trump, and saying this is their second meeting following up his successful meeting at the Oval Office in May, which wasn't successful, not even remotely. Not a single comment from anyone in the Trump cabinet or any of the Trump staff about that visit and that call, because Trump is annoyed. The United States is annoyed at the lies of President Ramaphosa and his demeanor, as well as his stupidity of introducing his white agriculture minister. I mean, talk about insulting. Imagine if Trump introduced his black or Asian cabinet member. Boy, the cries of racism would still be ringing today. But Ramaphosa got away with that because of the corrupt media in South Africa. They didn't even question that obvious ignoramus comment that he made. But let's get back to his claim that he was meeting with Trump. At the time he said that last week, I said that seems implausible. The G7 summit is short. Trump is not going to meet with him there. What's there to talk about? The needle hasn't moved. In fact, Ramaphosa has made things worse since he returned to South Africa. In South Africa, he's frequently joked about, Natalie, dim the lights. I thought they were pulling a Trump on me. Do you really think you can insult the most powerful figure in the world on a repeated basis like that and nobody pays attention? Cyril, those things are on social media. Those things are in the news. Do you think you just can say those stupid comments in South Africa and no one's going to notice it? Trump has a staff. There are people who pay attention. So things have not gotten better. They've gotten worse since South Africa left the Oval Office. And Ramaphosa claimed he's going to meet with Trump. Well, Carolyn Leavitt, the press secretary for the White House, never once mentioned any meeting with Ramaphosa in Canada. But now they're going to try some top cover by claiming because Trump had to leave early to go back to deal with the crisis in Iran, that, well, that's why there was no meeting. Well, there was no meeting because there was never any meeting scheduled. This was all bluff, Potemkin Village-like behavior by Cyril Ramaphosa, president of South Africa. And of course, the media in South Africa won't call him on it. There is a report today in News 24 explaining what happened, but not calling him on lying to the public. He never had a meeting with Trump. Trump never even mentioned Ramaphosa. Probably didn't even know he was coming to Canada for all he knows. And he certainly didn't have a meeting with him and did not meet with him. Now, on top of this, July 9th is the deadline to negotiate bilateral trade deals with the United States government that President Trump has set forward after introducing his reciprocal tariffs back in April. 90 days. To this point, there still isn't an envoy from South Africa in Washington. No trade representative. Nkabisi Jonas, the special envoy, has yet to arrive in D.C. What is going on here? And there's no ambassador. There are no trade negotiations going on. The clock is ticking. July 9th, the tariffs go from 10 to 31% and will eviscerate South Africa's economy. The African National Congress, Parks Tau, Ronnie Lamola, Cyril Ramaphosa, none of these people take this seriously. Do they not care about the 141,000 jobs in the automotive sector? Do they not care about the 500,000 people that are working for U.S. companies, either remotely or in South Africa? Can they afford to lose 1.5 million jobs in South African taxpayers at this stage with an economy that's growing at less than 1% per annum, which is less than inflation and less than population growth? This is insanity of the highest order. What kind of leaders are these to leave South Africans so vulnerable to a 31% tariff? Now, before you flip that back on me and say, well, Trump is wrong to put a 31% tariff, that's not the point here. Whether that's right or wrong isn't germane. The issue here is that they were given 90 days and they've squandered it. They've squandered it. Just a little bit of time is left. Look how long it took for the United States to reach a trade agreement with the UK. They just signed one in Canada. April 3rd, May, June 3rd, 2.5 months to sign an agreement with their closest ally, traditionally the United Kingdom. You think we're going to get a trade agreement with South Africa in less than 3 weeks when there's no representative talking to the U.S.? But it's okay, because Ramaphosa is going to G7. Well, I hope he enjoyed his frequent flyer miles, because he accomplished nothing. Much like Volodymyr Zelensky, he flew all the way to Caracas for no reason. No reason whatsoever. So when you read newspaper reports about the trade negotiations, ask people, who's your negotiator? Where are they at? What topics are you talking about? Not what does South Africa want to offer. South Africa wants to offer the United States 40,000 vehicle quota. It's to ship cars. We're not asking you to ship cars to South Africa. Stupid. Stupid is as stupid does. You know, I didn't like that Forrest Gump movie, but there's some great lines in it. Stupid is as stupid does. Of course, Bill Engvall's stupid people should wear signs. They really should wear signs. Ramaphosa and his BS excuses about what's going on, nothing's going on. And South Africa is going to face massive tariffs right around the corner, which is going to cripple the economy and harm hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of South Africans because of the negligence and the refusal of your leaders to step forward and be leaders. What say you, South Africa? What do you say, world? Pretty embarrassing, isn't it? Cheers.